Welcome to Inner Flow Shift, the podcast where science meets spirit, and perception meets profound truth. I'm your host, Nick Comwood, and together, we're about to embark on a journey to explore the very fabric of existence, unraveling the mysteries of matter, energy, and consciousness. Here on Inner Flow Shift we tackle into the big questions: what is reality? Is the physical world truly solid, or is it simply an illusion created by vibrating energy? Could everything we see, touch, and experience just be manifestations of a deeper, unseen truth? Whether you're a curious seeker, a scientific mind, or someone on a spiritual path, Inner Flow Shift is your space to expand your perspective and explore the interconnectedness of all things. So, take a deep breath, open your mind, and get ready to shift your inner flow. Let me ask you something. Have you ever caught yourself scrolling through social media or looking at someone else's life and thinking, why don't I have that? Maybe it's a career milestone, a relationship, or even just the way they look. Comparison is a habit we all fall into, but did you know that it can steal your peace and distance you from your true self? In this episode, we'll dive into why comparison feels so natural but is so harmful. We'll explore the science behind it, the spiritual wisdom that helps us overcome it, and I'll share a powerful story about finding clarity amidst the illusions we chase and breaking free from envy, self-doubt, and anxiety. In a quiet village surrounded by hills and a peaceful lake, there lived a young man named Daniel. Daniel was admired by many for his intelligence and charm, but he felt restless and unfulfilled. Every day, as he walked through the bustling market, he noticed what others had: a larger home, a successful business, or a seemingly perfect family. The more he compared, the more he felt like his life was missing something. One evening, while sitting by the lake, Daniel noticed an elderly woman named Eleanor rowing a small boat. Eleanor had returned to the village after years of traveling and seemed to carry a sense of serenity wherever she went. Curious, Daniel approached her and asked, "Eleanor, how do you stay so content? I have so much, yet it feels like it's never enough." Eleanor smiled and invited him into her boat. As they rowed across the still water, she handed him a pebble and said, "Drop this into the lake." Daniel did as she asked. The pebble broke the still surface, creating ripples that distorted the reflection of the sky. Eleanor pointed and said, "The lake is like your mind. When it's still, it reflects the beauty of what's real. But when you compare yourself to others, you create ripples, illusions that distort the truth of who you are." Daniel frowned. "But how can I stop comparing? It feels automatic." Eleanor guided the boat to a small island in the middle of the lake, where a solitary tree stood. "This tree doesn't compare itself to the trees." He remembered what Eleanor said in the boat. Tree does not wish to be taller, nor does it envy their position. It simply grows, taking in the sunlight, drinking the rain, and offering its fruit when the time is right. It accepts itself as it is, without question. Daniel studied the tree, its branches stretching freely, its roots firmly anchored. So, I need to stop looking outward and start looking inward? Self-acceptance is like this tree's roots. The deeper you anchor yourself in who you truly are, the less you will be shaken by what others have or do. Instead of asking, "Why don't I have what they have?" ask, "What do I have within me that is uniquely mine to offer?" Just like the lake, when you stop stirring the waters with doubt and comparison, your true reflection, the real you, becomes clear. Daniel sat in silence, watching the water in the lake still after the ripples fades. He imagined his own worries settling, revealing the beauty of his own journey. From that day on, each time Daniel felt the weight of comparison, he closed his eyes and pictured himself dropping a pebble into the lake, waiting for the ripples to disappear. Over time, he found peace in his own path, embracing his strengths, flaws, and unique purpose. The lake had taught him a powerful truth: self-acceptance is not about becoming someone else. It is about embracing who you already are. Self-acceptance is not passive, it is an act of surrender. It is letting go of resistance and trusting that you are exactly where you need to be. It is understanding that every moment, every challenge, and every aspect of yourself has a purpose in your journey. Just as the lake does not resist the wind, just as the tree does not fight the seasons, true self-acceptance comes when we stop resisting who we are and instead embrace the flow of our existence. When Daniel learned to still his mind, he saw the beauty of his own life clearly. In the same way, when you accept yourself fully, you reflect the flow of life. So, be like the lake. Let go of the ripples of doubt. Accept yourself as you are. Surrender to the flow. And in that stillness, you will find the greatest truth of all: you are already whole. From that day on, each time Daniel felt the weight of comparison, he closed his eyes and pictured himself dropping a pebble into the lake, waiting for the ripples to disappear. Over time, he found peace in his own path, embracing his strengths, flaws. As we wrap up, let me leave you with this thought: when we let go of comparison, we reclaim our peace. Instead of chasing illusions, we can focus on what truly matters, being present, embracing our journey, and offering our unique gifts to the world. Thank you for joining me today on Inner Flowshift. If this episode resonated with you, please like and subscribe the show, so that we can bring more insightful shows. I'm your host, Nick Comwood. Until next time, stay grounded and stay true to yourself.